efforts in making sure that Anambra is clean, and equally commended the Aswama MD and TC Chairman Awka South for their effort in making sure that Ndi Anambra fully complied to sanitation exercise. A resident of Awka who joined in the sanitation exercise by the silting drainages, Gabriel Zagabon, encouraged others to always join in the cleanup exercise. ABS crew during the exercise visited Amobia Market, Aroma Junction, Nkwamenyi, Ekoka Market, First and Second Market, Ifitoka, among others. In Awka, Blessing Uchendo, ABS News.
Governor Chukwuma Soludo says cash collection of taxes across Anambra State remains banned. Governor Soludo was speaking while interacting with Ibuku stakeholders as well as traders at Nkwo Ibuku Market. Government House correspondent A.G. Kabana filed on this report.
The governor preached Neni model to them, where people of the community took it upon themselves to develop their town, after which he was presented with the architectural design of the proposed Nkwo market, where he emphasized that the market is largely a community and local government project. According to the governor, 90% of taxes paid by cash do not get to the state government, emphasizing that Anambra state government revenues are now collected through electronic means.
Trying to have a model, we're going to work here out. How we clean up this and how we generate the revenue. You generate the revenue, it has to be digital. Again, with technology. But solution again. All a government government of the people, for the people, and by the people. And particularly government okay?
Chairman of Ibuku Market Planning Committee, Chief Christopher Eze, gave assurances to the governor that he will present the updated design of the market project as well as other requests. The Transition Committee Chairman for Agwata Local Government Area, Dr. Chibuike Ofobike, traditional ruler of Ibuku, Igwe Alex Azike, among others, attended the meeting. Ejike Abana, ABS News.
The youth wing of the All Farmers Association of Nigeria, AFAN, Anambra State Chapter, has unveiled its Chef's Pride Palm Oil and Anambra Agricultural Youth Investment Program Concept Handbook. The event organized AFAN in collaboration with the Anambra State Ministries of Youth Development, Agriculture, and in synergy with Anambra Agricultural Youth Investment Program in Awka, attracted members of AFAN, representatives of the three arms of government and traditional ruler of Ifitedunu, Igwe Emeka Iluno. Education correspondent Queen Anebogo filed on this report.
In his opening speech, the president of AFAN, Anambra State Chapter, Mr. Chisom Onoha, said that the day signifies another new beginning for a progressive turning point in engagements of youth and young people in agriculture and socio-economic development history of Anambra State and Nigeria in general. Mr. Onoha explained that AFAN Youth and Anambra Agricultural Youth Investment Program were activated in the state and nurtured into being in 2020 as a child of necessity to bridge the unfortunate gap between the old and new generation farmers, as their mission is to produce over 10,000 viable micro and small agro enterprise with over 100 and successful medium and large-scale agri-based commercial firms owned by Anambra Youth by 2025.
Today signifies another new beginning for a progressive turning point in engagement of youths and young people in agriculture and socio-economic development history of Anambra State and Nigeria in general.
Special advisor to the Governor Soludo on political matter, Dr. Alex Obiwolu, affirmed that the government of Professor Chukwuma Soludo has a very keen and passionate interest in youth development, hence the One Youth Two Skill program of the state government. He mentioned the various government intervention in agricultural sector, including the Green Revolution agenda through the distribution of coconut and palm seedlings across the state, and commended AFAN for what they are doing. The State Director, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, Chief Actor Ubumba, noted that President Bola Tinubu is ready to give agriculture the necessary rebound and promised to partner with the Anambra Agricultural Youth Investment Program.
Programs are tailored in line with providing avenues for youth and women to contribute to the economic development of the nation.
In their separate remark, the traditional ruler of Ifitedunu, Igwe Iluno, Anambra State Head of Service, Barrister Theodora Igwebwe, and the Anambra State Chairman of Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, Chief Emeka Udodeme, pointed out that the food security is very important and called on everyone to invest in agriculture by using every available space, even at the back of their houses, for agricultural purpose. The unveiling of the Chief's Pride Anambra Agricultural Youth Investment Program Concept Handbook and presentation of awards to agro entrepreneurs featured in the event.
The case between Commissioner of Police and Chief Chijioke Okar and Olufemi Salako at the Chief Magistrate Court sitting at Nobi has been adjourned to January 26 next year. Paul Ezoke has the details.
According to the Chief Magistrate, Mr. Ken Uwoye, the court has commenced its annual leave and will resume sitting next year. When the case was called up for hearing, Barrister Jory Emebie of the Ministry of Justice announced appearance as the new prosecution counsel, replacing the former counsel, Barrister Ifeanyi Eze. The change of baton was not objected to by any of the parties. ABS Crew noted that the complainant, Mr. Bonaventure Ezekwenna, first defendant, Chief Okar, and second defendant, Mr. Salako, were all in court before the adjournment. It will be recalled that hearing on the case was stalled during the last sitting because of the absence of the second defendant, Mr. Salako. Chief Chijioke Okar and Mr. Olufemi Salako are facing a 5-count charge bordering on attempt to commit felony, conspiracy to commit misdemeanor, and willful and unlawful damage of a building, among others. From Nobi, in the Idemili South Council area, Paul Ezoke, ABS News.
The Nigerian government has since commenced the implementation of tax on sugar, sweetened beverages, SSB, with the Finance Act 2021, which provides for an excise duty on non-alcoholic, carbonated, and sweetened beverages, so as to improve public health. Princess Ekwi Ajide of Abuja Bureau has the details.
This tax imposition of 10 naira per litre, stakeholders noted, is not enough to support the global efforts at addressing the consumption of too much sugar and therefore called for a tax increase on sugary drinks in Nigeria. According to reports, overconsumption of sugar-sweetened beverages has become a significant public health issue, as such drinks have been linked to obesity, diabetes, and other health problems that can be major risk factors for various chronic diseases and many other cardiovascular diseases. Speakers at the National Conference on Sugar-Sweetened Beverage Tax urged the federal government to impose an increase in taxes on sugar-sweetened beverage products that align with global best practices. The speakers from various sectors emphasized that a 20% tax increase on sugary drinks can lead to a 20% reduction in consumption, thereby effectively combating the rising issues of obesity and diabetes. The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Pate, represented by Chukwuma Anyike, expressed federal government's commitment to implementing recommendations on the sugar-sweetened beverage tax.
The Federal Minister of Health and Social Welfare is committed to attain the global best practices as recommended by the WHO. The federal government is very much committed to providing leadership for the implementation of SSB tax in our country.
The Executive Director, Corporate Accountability and Public Participation Africa, CAPA, Akimbode Oluwafemi, said the essence of the conference was to raise awareness and make concerted efforts to halt the mounting health challenges resulting from consumption of sugar-sweetened beverages.
Sugar-sweetened beverages are what we commonly call soft drinks, and the fact that there is enough science now that overconsumption of those products are affecting our health, causing cancer, diabetes, obesity, and the rest of them.
The Executive Assistant on Policy and Strategy to the Bayelsa State Governor, Dr. Patterson Ogon, also re-echoed the need for all hands to be on deck in the effort to reduce the consumption of sugary drinks and addressing the country's growing health challenges.
The essential drive in this respect is to ensure that people cut down on consumption. And so if the assumption is that if the tax rises, a lot of persons, because of the economic situation, will be forced to drop this consumption. It's not about the cost, but it's about using that to drive health policies, and the individual health of Nigerians as a whole.
Some other stakeholders, including public health organizations, medical professionals, and citizens, are however worried that increase in taxes on sugar-sweetened beverages may only have effect on the consumption strength of the poor, but will have slight or no effect on that of the rich and powerful in Nigeria. In Abuja, Princess Ekwi Ajude reporting.
Israeli forces have announced that they are expanding ground activities in northern Gaza as the besieged enclave faces the largest bombardment of Israeli attacks since the start of the war. Hamas, which governs the Gaza Strip, has promised to meet attacks with true response to the ground operations overnight, with the Israeli army saying that its soldiers were still in the field. Israeli troops, backed by tanks, launched brief overnight incursions into Gaza on Wednesday and Thursday nights, but this third and largest offensive marks an escalation of their ground maneuvers. The increased pattern came amidst heavy air bombardments and Israel knocking out communications to create a near blackout of information, largely cutting off the 2.3 million people in besieged Gaza from contact with the outside world. Shooting Stars trio, Okay Kaide, Anayo Obunna, and Michael Inerina will undergo a late fitness test ahead of the match day 5 clash against Doma United. The players failed to make the Oluyole Warriors trip to Akert for Shooting Stars' last MPFL game due to injury and illness. Shooting Stars media officer Tosin Omojola disclosed that the players have started training with the rest of the team. Shooting Stars will lock horns against Doma United at the Lekan Salami Stadium today. Remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS in many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page, follow at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television, or follow on X at ABS Radio TV and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. To end the news this morning, a recap of the main points. Federal government has pledged to revamp steel sector. Anambra State government has urged residents to keep the environment clean. Federal government has commenced implementation of tax on sugar-sweetened beverages. Israel has expanded ground assaults on Gaza. To end the news, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of Koibo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that ends the breakfast news at this time on ABS Television. Thanks for watching. I am Priska Wanko. Good afternoon.